my God, isn't it nice to sit here and talk about a Raptors win on the road, starting the road trip in San Antonio, facing off against Greg Popovich, and he's looking for his record-setting victory. He's obviously tied the record. He needed one more win. Well, he still needs that one more win because the Raptors win 119-104 over the Spurs and improved now to 35-30 on the year. And what a crazy game it was. You come out in the first, you show some mojo. Fred VanVleet makes his return, and he makes a huge impact early, and you're like, man, his team just looks and feels different. Then the second quarter happens, then the second half. And we'll get to all the specifics about the second half in a bit. But let's start in the first quarter. The offense flows, and we're like, whoa. We haven't been used to this lately. They knocked out a ton of shots. They're up by 5 at the end of one quarter, play 34-29. However, in the second quarter, offense shrivels up. You only drop 24, you give up 32, you're minus 8 in the quarter, and you're down by 3 at halftime. Now, you're still right there, but the problem we've seen with these Raptors sometimes is they kind of fall asleep in moments, right? And you have the great first quarter, and then you just lose it, right? But in the third quarter, and things got a little hairy early on. They end up getting like an 8-point lead or a 7-point lead, their biggest lead of the night. Raptors call a timeout. And out of that timeout, they're an entirely different squad. They just start feeding Scotty Barnes, and he just starts working in the paint. I mean, my goodness, was he going to work. The young 20-year-old phenom, I'll call him that, was just putting in the work inside the paint tonight, just bullying a lot of guys. Josh Richardson, pal, he post you up, pal. That was a disaster. And then he's looking at the referee for a call. I'm like, no, you're just getting bodied, pal. It's just not good for you. He ends up dominating the third quarter. Precious Achiuwa having the 3 early fouls. He makes a huge impact in the third. Raptors win that third quarter, and more or less the defensive end, right? They start dominating on the defensive end. And you're plus 10, 34-23 in the third quarter. We go to the fourth, and you're up by, up by 7 going into it. You're feeling good, but the way this game has happened so far, you play a great first, a garbage second, great third. Let's break that streak, and they do, right? They just dominate the fourth quarter. Defensively, they keep the intensity up. They start building on the offense. They keep giving the ball to Scotty. He goes to work. It was just a really beautiful game to watch. And even the bench in the fourth quarter, I thought Delano Band was good in the fourth. I thought Thaddeus Young made a huge impact in the fourth in many different ways. Their corner 3 he hit. Defensively, grabbing a lot of rebounds, especially with Jakob Poeltl crashing the glass. He did a great job. I thought Precious Achiuwa was just drilling shots left and right. The confidence was flowing in that kid tonight, and you just love to see it. So a really good job in the fourth, and you win that fourth quarter 28-20, and you win by 15, 119-104. It's beautiful to watch. It really is. Knocking down your freebies, making threes, drilling your field goals, playing hard defense, closing out on the perimeter, which they were doing a great job in the second half at that. And you close the game strong. I mean, my goodness, guys, the Raptors won the second half by 18. They dominated. And that's just so beautiful because that's the team we know and love. And isn't it wild? You insert your court general, Fred VanVleet, and look what it did from the team. I mentioned it right off the top of the video. Even in the first quarter, the team looked more calm. They looked more into the game. They looked just a lot more proper. And as the game went along, and it's more or less in the second half, it just looked so well structured. Everybody knew where everybody was going. The turnovers were very limited. They were knocking down shots. And I wouldn't even say Fred VanVleet made a huge impact scoring the ball in the second half. He had 21. I believe it was 21 at the half. He ends with 26. It tells you that everybody else did so many things in the second half to help these guys win tonight. Great job. Now, player stats. Let's get to Scotty B. Like I mentioned, just working the paint. Absolutely just destroying guys in the paint. 20 points for Scotty, 8 boards, 1 dime. I believe he had 6 at halftime. Tells you the second half he put together. Plus the defensive end, he was doing remarkable things. 8 of 12 from the field, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Just an incredible night from Scotty Barnes. I think he had 1 assist in the game. And, no steals, no blocks, but just an incredible basketball game for the young stud, the 20-year-old young fella for Scotty Barnes. Fred VanVleet, as I mentioned, just so beautiful to have him back out there for the Toronto Raptors. Even if he's had a tough night shooting, it's just nice to see your court general back out there. 26 points, 6 boards, 2 dimes, led the team in scoring, 7 of 15 from the field, was 9 of 10 from the free throw line, 3 of 8 from distance, and 2 steals in the game. He made an impact, made a massive impact, and it settled everybody else down. Now, Gary Trent Jr.'s shooting struggles weren't really on the biggest display. I don't think he played the greatest game tonight, but again, I thought he didn't force too much. He was allowing the game to come to him today. And that's what I thought was a lot better for him. 17 points in the game, 4 rebounds and assists. Shot 5 of 13, so again, wasn't terrible, but didn't take the 19 shots because, he didn't have to. Obviously, Fred taking 15 of them, right? It just takes a load off of Gary Trent. 5 of 5 from the free throw line. He was 2 of 8 from 3, so not the greatest, and had 2 steals in the game. So the shooting struggles are still somewhat there for Gary, but I thought the mid-range game was better today. Getting in the paint, getting the free throws was there. And defensively, he was a lot better in this one. So I think Gary Trent Jr. had a much better game tonight. Pascal Siakam, we talk about Scotty having a great night and Fred having a great night. Pascal's just like, I'm just going to drop 28 and 3 on 7 of 15 shooting, 4 of 4 from the line, 2 of 5 from distance. I mean, that's fine by me if Pascal wants to do stuff like that. Just a great game overall for Pascal, especially early in the game. He was hitting a lot of tough shots, a lot of floaters, and his mid-range game was money early on. Now, Precious Achiuwa, as I mentioned earlier, got in the foul trouble early. I believe he had 3 at the half. And when he made that entrance into the second half, we all know that Precious is that corner three-point shooter, right? We're not used to seeing him shoot threes from anywhere else. I believe he drilled 2 that were closer to the middle, kind of like right in the middle, right in the half spot between the corner and the middle, I don't know what you would call it, from behind the arc. He drilled 2 of them. The first one he drilled, and I'm like, whoa, we're not used to seeing that. And then he starts getting real confident. And I'm like, there's times where his confidence can get a little too much. Like one corner 3 was a quick shot, a quick trigger, and he airballed it. I'm like, yeah, it's settled down a tad. Driving in the paint, just all chaotic. And I'm like, okay, easy now. But he did give you 13 points, 3 boards, a dime in the game, 5 of 11 shooting, 3 of 5 from distance when he didn't play much in the first half because of foul trouble. So he really made an impact. And I wrote down Delano Benton and Thaddeus Young because, look, I think Delano had 4 points and 4 boards. Maybe he had some garbage time points, and Thaddeus Young had 7 points and 7 boards. But I thought those guys made such a huge impact on both ends. Thaddeus Young, as I mentioned, trying not to seize here. Thaddeus Young on the glass, on the defensive glass, and also a couple times he was batting balls out on the offensive glass, and also made a corner 3 in the fourth quarter. Right, he just made so many smart plays. Now, obviously, early in the game, missed a lot of missed a couple floaters, and kind of ugly early on, but really found it in the second half. Same with Delano, let the offense come to him, got the steal and the dunk. The alley-oop pass to Precious. I thought they were really, really good in the game. A lot of energy from your bench unit tonight. They played a lot of minutes. That's beautiful to watch when your starters don't have to log 45 a night. When you got Delano playing almost, 15, 20 minutes, and you have Thaddeus Young playing 15, 20, and Precious playing 15, 20. I'm like, it allows other guys to breathe, and it's beautiful. Now, team stats, listen to this. Raptors shot 48% from the field, 37% from 3, 93% from the free throw line, 26 for 28. I mean, we've talked about it so many times that they shot 55%, 60%, this and that. When you make your freebies, you automatically give your team a chance to win. And you got a ton of free throws in the game, and you made most of them. Big job there tonight. They shot 46% from the field, but only 28% from 3, and that's a lot of really good closeouts from the Raptors there in the second half. They shot 95% from the free throw line. Let's get to the team stats here. We got plus 11 on the glass. So even with, Jakob Poeltl and whatnot, the Raptors were just crashing the glass. They were also plus 6 in the offensive glass, which led to plus 6 in the second chance points. The Raptors did a really, really good job on the glass tonight, and it helps when you're shooting efficiently as well. Look out. If the Raptors are shooting the ball efficiently throughout the entire game for the most part, other than the second quarter, and they're going to be crashed into the glass, good luck, because they're going to get the extra opportunities, and if they're already shooting well, oh boy, good luck with that. And in the fast break, the Raptors were +6. They were also, and this is the stat we were talking about the last few games, how the turnovers were very even, 12-10. They had 12 turnovers, we had 10, but the points off of turnover discrepancy was massive. And today, it was the same thing. They had 12 turnovers, we had 10. Not a big gap, but +17 in points off of turnovers. Whenever we got the turnovers, a lot of them were live ball turnovers, allowing us to score buckets. And that was key. Now, I know people are going to say, well, yeah, you beat the San Antonio Spurs. This is the team that just lost to Orlando and Detroit. Enough said. Now, the game 2 of this road trip and game 3 as well, because the back-to-back is going to be tough. You have Phoenix in Phoenix on Friday night to 9 p.m. tip-off. It's going to be a tough one. And then on the second night of the back-to-back, you're in the Mile High City in Denver. Not going to be an easy 2-game stretch, but with this team playing really well tonight, can they ride this momentum into that game on Friday night in Phoenix? We'll have to wait and see, all right? So thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I do appreciate that, guys. I mean, I usually say that at the end of the video. I kind of messed that up. So smack the like button if you do appreciate it. If I do appreciate, holy smokes, smack that like button. I do appreciate that. If you guys like the game and the video, even those, except for this fiasco at the end, hit the subscribe button. You guys not already, comment down below thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game, what you like, what you not like from today's game day for the Toronto Raptors. The Twitter link is down below, so follow, send me a DM, all that great stuff. The Instagram link is also down below, so follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys. Oh boy, here we go. Leafs edition tomorrow night as they host the Arizona Coyotes. Please, please, please beat that team. They damn well should. So hopefully they win that game tomorrow against Arizona so we can talk about some positivity heading into that outdoor classic thing against Buffalo on Sunday. And as for the Toronto Raptors, as we mentioned, their next game is on Friday night, 9 p.m. tip-off in Phoenix against the Suns. Not going to be easy. I don't care Chris Paul or not. It's going to be tough. But let's see how this team plays after tonight's great contest. All right? So, you know what, guys? Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll talk to you guys then.